Let us hope today goes better than yesterday did, and we can actually get through an entire show.
I mean, it can't be worse.
You guys are lucky I'm good at hiding my frustration on my face.
Yeah, taking yourself off of the screen does help hide your frustration.
Good morning. Welcome to the LPTV Disney Morning Show. We're going to talk what's going on in the world of Disney this morning and yesterday morning that we didn't get to, as well as looking ahead to a fabulous weekend. My name is Judy Mosley, co-founder of Laughing Place, today sporting the Mickey's Roosevelt's, my favorite shirt in my entire collection of shirts. This one comes to us courtesy of Roosevelt's. Thank you so much for the gift. Joining me today, as always, the managing editor here at Laughing Place, Kyle Burbank.
Hello.
I give this long soliloquy and you just, hello.
Hi, everyone. The dog is next to me, so if you hear any little whimpers, she's missing her mom. She had to step out for a minute, and she's just like, I like you, Dad, but I love my mom. Where's my mom?
Like having a real child, actually. Very, very similar. All right, we're going to start today the way we start every day, seeing if the latest strike has affected Disney numbers. All right, yesterday, Kyle, on the heels of Bob Iger's triumphant interview on CNBC, the stock was solid at 90. And then in the intervening time, the actors have decided to go on strike. How do you think that has affected the Walt Disney Company?
Well, I feel like that was probably mostly priced in, but having a strike where you not only cannot make any content, because even the writer's strike, like if you already had the thing written, like you could try to make the thing. Now you can't do that. And you also can't promote movies that are coming out. Like none of these actors can go on the shows and actually do the things or go to their own premiere. So I'm going to say that at least hurt it a little bit.
Let's find out. I'm going to refresh. We want the latest numbers here. Hello, Ahsoka. A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Back down to the $89. Whew.
To your extent.
So we got stuff to get to, but since we're right here right now. So the actor strike, they can't do premieres. They won't go on the Johnny Carson show to promote the show.
Yeah, they can't go on the Johnny Carson show. They can't do podcast appearances, which I think would mean like promoting the movie. I think if they have their own podcast, they can still do their own podcasts. But yeah, there's some exceptions for like journalism. Like I would imagine, I haven't looked, but I would imagine like Whoopi Goldberg can still do The View and stuff because that's not under a SAG contract. But yeah, people won't be going on The View to promote stuff.
Right. That's just amazing. Haunted Mansion movie is coming out. The premiere has not happened yet, which means...
So yeah, they turned it into a fan event. So D23 Gold members yesterday, for if you got there right as they posted it and had maybe about 5 minutes, you could have gotten a reserved spot for the premiere, except that it does not include parking admissions, so you're on your own for that. But yeah, it filled up right away. So that's what it's going to be, a fan event of sorts rather than a traditional red carpet premiere.
And a cast event too, right? I mean, a special, isn't that what that Haunted Mansion casting was related to?
Yeah, which they were going to get to meet, presumably get to meet the stars. Now they're not going to get to do that. They're flying all the way from Hong Kong and Tokyo and all those things for nothing.
I mean, they still get to see the movie and go to...
And they get to go to Disneyland. I'm sure theirs, I hope, includes the 23 people, not so much.
You get there and you find out you're a cast member and you're blacked out that day. So, yes. So that's what's going on with the actor strike. It will definitely have an effect on Disney. So, okay, one more question.
Sure.
Before we get to Ethan. So Disney's slate of fall shows included a bunch of non-scripted stuff like Dancing with the Stars and all these reality shows that didn't require writers. Some of them, like Dancing with the Stars, are even live. They can't be filmed now, right?
I would think Dancing with the Stars would have the hardest chance because if you want to get actors, like I don't think they're going to feel comfortable doing that. But as far as the rest of it, my bet would be like the game shows and stuff are in the can. That's just a guess, though.
And we don't know when this is going to end. At some point, the can runs empty, and they want to make more. But do you think, is it expected that both these strikes will settle at the same time?
I mean, you would think so, but also like the DGA managed to make a deal, so it's not definite. Like the actors and the writers do want somewhat different things because they're different crafts. But yeah, in theory, you think that if one that they'd be willing to play ball with the other, but you never know.
All right, let's get some hellos. I forgot some hellos out there. Happy Friday to you, Nikki B, and little kitty. Hello, Gio. Thanks for joining us as always. Like you said, this affects Comic-Con too, which is next week, right, Kyle?
Yeah, we'll have several people there. I wonder if Jeremiah is staying there.
But actors can't go do their thing there because that's just promoting the film.
I mean, they can. I would hope they can still go to Comic-Con and enjoy it. Just wear a mask, maybe, so that you don't get recognized. But yeah, no, this was already kind of slightly factored in. But yeah, I guess some stuff will have to get canceled. Like there was supposed to be an Abbott Elementary panel. I don't think Quinta can go in a producer capacity. I think that's the thing that's interesting to me. Like some of the lines here, like Barbie, for example, is directed by Greta Gerwig, who is covered under a DGA deal, so she should be able to promote the movie she directed. But she's also a member of SAG, so she can. So I don't know if she has an acting role in the movie, but can she promote her movie? I would imagine she's just not going to, as a solidarity thing, but it makes you wonder whether that's even allowed. So many.
Hello to the Evil Queen and your little pooch. Hello, Rich Ostry. Thanks for joining us this morning. And once again, Gio, most importantly, has this affected Ethan?
Well, no, he's not a member. He's not an actor. He is covered under the journalism union or whatever. Oh, he is an AI. A little at odds with the whole thing here.
Ethan is one of the reasons these guys are striking, right? AI's taking their job?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Hello there and welcome back to another LP Disney Weather Report. Say, did I ever tell you about the time I was working part-time in a 5 and dime? My boss was Mr. McGee. He told me several times that he didn't like my kind, cause I was a bit too leisurely. Seems that I was busy doing something close to nothing but different than the day before. That's when I saw her. I saw her. She walked in through the outdoor. Speaking of the outdoors, let's get to the weather. Anaheim will make it up to 90 today with sunny skies and a high UV index, so wear sunscreen. Walt Disney World will reach 92 today but feel 10 degrees warmer. Per usual, isolated to scattered thunderstorms are also likely in the afternoon and evening hours. Castaway Cay will be partly cloudy and just under 90 today, but some scattered thunderstorms in the early evening can't be ruled out. Disneyland Paris is celebrating Bastille Day with temperatures in the upper 80s, or 30 Celsius. They'll cool off a bit as the sun sets, making it to 77, Aka, 25. Tokyo will be cloudy tomorrow as well as a bit windy. Nevertheless, the high of 85 will feel like 92. Shanghai will start the day tomorrow partly cloudy and begin a climb to a high of 97 that equates to a real feel of 114. However, thunderstorms are then expected to move in the early afternoon and continue through the night. Finally, Hong Kong will follow a similar trajectory but stop at 93. Additionally, while storms are expected in the late evening, they're likely to stay drier for longer than Shanghai. That concludes another week of LP weather updates. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, including watching DTL on Saturday night. I know I'll be there. See you all then. Bye for now.
Aka.
What is Aka?
AKA.
Okay, that one. And nice to hear him doing a song about you, Kyle.
Thank you.
You wore your raspberry beret today. The kind you find in a second-hand store. Is that his first Prince choice?
No, he did Purple Rain.
Good song. Not by Ethan, but in general, good song.
Weird.
All right, let's get to the news. We're going to start off with day 5 of the Disney Parks private jet adventure. It's the Around the World part. Our guys were at Skywalker Ranch yesterday.
They haven't left California yet. You don't have to say around the world.
It's true. Around the world, but mostly California. This is them at Skywalker Ranch yesterday, which apparently is quite a luxurious place to spend a couple of days and to kind of get recharged or get charged up before the hecticness that's ahead of them. Unfortunately, very few pictures were allowed at Skywalker Ranch. They couldn't even talk about a lot of what they did. So the trip report is up. I invite you to read it, but it's a short one. So there's the photo they were able to take. Let's see, they got to watch a short. They did get a pin. They got their pin of the day, which is up. Produced at Skywalker? Is that it?
I think part of looking at it, it looks like Bob Peterson, who's the voice of Doug, was there was part of it. They watched Carl's Date and stuff like that. So I think that's the tie-in is
Okay.
Some up things happening.
Yes, exactly. And Pop Peterson gave them that pin. Then they had a trivia contest at the end of the day, which they did not say who won, so I can only assume they won. But maybe not. Maybe it's possible they didn't. But if
They didn't
you,
sleep through that because that's
huh?
the first. I love the intro of the article. There was this, which I slept through. There was this, which I slept through. There was this, which I slept through. I'm like, good for you. I would have done the same thing.
And dinner was
Although
another.
actually, like, it's funny that it's one day before you have a long flight where you could probably sleep on that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Dinner was an exquisite affair of culinary masterpieces paired with wines from the Skywalker brands. And if you know Benji, you know he appreciates a good wine. Not at all. How wasted is that? So yeah, a quiet day. I'm sure for them it was just a spectacular luxury. But as far as reporting, a quiet day. And then today will be an even quieter day. Breakfast at Skywalker Ranch, and then they board the plane back on the plane, which I got to see yesterday. I'm so happy. Yesterday, I had to take after the show. Yesterday, I took Rebecca to the airport, and while we were on our way there, we had our eyes peeled, and there it was, the actual plane. So Rebecca tweeted a picture of it. Got to see it from my car, and I don't know, just seeing it there makes me so excited. The plane is the best part of this.
I was doing a tiny bit of research yesterday because I was thinking, hey, the logo on the livery or however you say it, it looks like the logo for the Adventures by Disney, which I figured that's what it was, but I didn't know. I thought it was the one for just Icelandic Air. But anyway, so I was looking at it, and it looks like previously in 2018, Disney was using a plane for Nat Geo.
Yes.
With the Nat. So is this the same plane that they just redid?
I believe this is the same plane.
Okay.
I believe this is the same plane from doing the similar research before, and I think I saw a picture of this same tail number with that livery. And thank you for saying that. I've been saying livery for 52 years, so thank you for correcting me.
Well, I don't know which is right.
So I want to know, I mean, did they paint it just for this? I guess not, if it was Nat Geo before.
Well, they're going to do it again next year.
But it was Nat Geo before. Is this plane just used for a lot of these huge adventures?
Well, yeah, it sounds like they used it previously as 75-seat configuration, so that all checks out. But yeah, I think maybe they were using it for Nat Geo, and then now they decided to do this around the world thing, so they just decided to repaint that little tail part.
And so
that's my speculation. I don't think they bought another plane for it. Like, why? Like, do you need two?
No, it's the same plane. That I'm pretty confident of.
Because the tail number? Yeah.
Yeah. So today they are, after breakfast, I don't know what time, but they are going back to Oakland, getting on that plane and traveling to Anchorage, Alaska.
When I spoke to him, he was on a bus and said he was probably going to leave in like an hour and a half. So.
Okay.
Or at least get on the plane in an hour and a half.
Right. Hopefully they'll tweet a picture before they get on the plane so we at least can know what's going on there and get me all excited. Flying to Anchorage, Alaska for a refueling, it sounds like, and then flying off to Tokyo. And they will be crossing the international date line, so either they're actually going to arrive before they leave or miss a whole day. I don't know how the date line works.
You lose a day. Tokyo is the land of the rising sun.
They're going to lose an entire day. I hope that doesn't mess up whatever their Friday or Saturday plans were.
But it is fun when you come back, because that's it's happened to me where I've left on 5 p.m. on Easter and gotten home at like 11 a.m. on Easter after a 9-hour flight.
That is creepy. I agree, Rich. How cool would it be to have a 24/7 live stream of the experience? We don't get that.
It'd have to be Jack Bauer.
This is a private plane. So I hope they get certain perks, like perhaps being able to actually visit the cockpit during the flight. You can't do that on a regular commercial flight, but man, just that would take this experience.
I don't know if you could. Yeah, I wonder how FAA regulations still work with all that in terms of security. Like they still might be bound by different restrictions, even if it is a chartered thing. But I don't know.
What does the F in FAA stand for?
Flight? I don't know. Federal?
Federal, yes. They're leaving the country. They can do whatever they want.
I don't think that's. Actually, they might be bound to the laws of Iceland if it's.
Oh, that's true. Iceland is a pretty lawless place, so I think they're in good shape. We're going to move on. We've had enough of this.
I want to continue it for a second.
Go ahead.
think I can just say about that they might get to sit in the jump seat, which you seem very excited about, and I'm like, like
So that's what I was referring to. I didn't know if I could say it, but if they're sitting in the jump seat, that means they're allowed in the cockpit, which they normally aren't.
well, the jump seats. There's I figured they meant
Yeah.
like the flight attendant ones.
Jump seat is a specific thing, which means sitting in the cockpit.
Okay.
It's for a non-flying person in the cockpit,
Okay.
which is a dream. Normally, only pilots. If you're a pilot, but you're like not flying, you're transferring from one location to another, you can sit in the jump seat. And it's also used during training. But normal passenger, even like a flight attendant who's going from one location to another, cannot sit in the jump seat, to my understanding.
Okay. See, I just misunderstood.
So to be able to sit in the cockpit during a takeoff, during a landing, during a flight, it's like ultimate dream on a major airplane. I know I can do it in a small plane anytime, but on a major airplane, the 757, that would be more exciting than Skywalker Ranch to me. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be the 70s decade collection, which looks really nice. We're actually getting to the era now when Kyle was born, back in the
Nope.
70s. Nope, not yet.
86.
Almost, not quite. So let's take a look at some of the highlights there. It's weird to see this as 70s, but I guess it is.
I mean, it's 2020s.
What?
Yeah, it's the Electric Mayhem bag, and then the Aristocats for the headband, and there's a few other items. One that Becca thought that Rebecca would really like, and apparently that is not the case. So she was saddened by that.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
It's a plush.
I would have thought Rebecca would like that too. She's a fan of the Rescuers.
She said that it was like disturbing or something. I thought she said.
Wow.
In random, yeah. Like I don't know if it's just the weird angle. Maybe she doesn't like the way that what's the name of the fly thing?
The flight Evinrude or
Yeah.
One of them Rescuer. Yeah, Evinrude. Or is it Ray from Princess and the
No, it's not. It's a Robin Hood Magic Band.
Magic Band. Now this is the very first Disney movie I saw in theaters, I think. Pete's Dragon.
Very nice.
Is of course the 70s version. So this is the 70s collection. Decades. They've done 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s is now about to be released. Or is it released already?
That's a great question. I think it was released.
So how do we recommend people purchase it?
Assuming that it was actually released, we recommend you go to Laughing Place, click our links. It won't cost you anything more, but it'll support us by giving us a commission, and we appreciate you.
So, well, whenever I'm doing the show now and I'm looking off to the side because I'm working on the stuff, I'm thinking of that video you sent me.
We need that technology.
So Kyle sent me a video of this technology that when you're doing a stream like this, it makes it so you're always staring at the camera, even when you're actually looking over here working on something else. And I don't know if it works or not, because the first time I saw it, I was side by side. And so I'm like, no, this is weird. But if I had just seen it by itself and didn't know what was happening, I don't know if I would have realized it or not. So
It's pretty crazy.
I think it's creepy, but I'm not sure. It may actually be really effective. All right, over at Universal Studios, of course, the big news yesterday was that the Fear Pass is available this year. And yes, Mac got one, fear not. But the other big news was a little more information on...
My back.
A little more information on... I'll let you do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I lost connection for a second. Villains Con. This is a new attraction, which is not a ride. It's just an attraction.
Isn't it a ride?
It's a moving walkway. So if you want to call that a ride,
you're moving and you're not expending any energy.
But you're walking.
But it's a moving walkway.
Yeah. I don't know if it's skirting the line between ride and but yeah, so there's going to have a bunch of different villains, including some we've seen before. Like we'll have Bellbottom voiced by Taraji P. Henson, Stronghold voiced by Danny Trejo, Nunchuck voiced by Lucy Lawless, Jean-Claude voiced by Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Svengeance voiced by Dolph Lundgren. They'll all be a part of that. And yeah, it's kind of like another interactive shooter thing. I think there's probably screens, but we'll have more info on this soon because I believe there is an event we'll be going to soon. I think I could say that. It'll be opening soon. How about that?
It opens later this summer, and apparently it's a possibility that theoretically, conceivably, that possibly, perhaps someone from LP will see it soon. Apparently,
Hopefully.
we've got medals.
Yes.
Medals. That's not them though.
These are not them. Yeah. So this is for the wine and dine. And this is just a generic shot, but you'll see some different themes. So here we have for the 5K, the Alice in Wonderland theming. Very fun. Here we have Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
10K.
You should check out that movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Of course, gotta throw in an Encanto one. So this is for the half marathon. So you have to work a little bit harder to get this one. And then there's the challenge one, which is going to be a figment. And as you can see there, it looks like there's a little light that can turn on somehow. That's why there's a darker photo next to the lighter one. Tony didn't realize that at first. He's like, what? What is happening here?
That's why you always ask. Kyle is a huge Run Disney fan, so I think he's going to be getting those.
No, unfortunately we're not, because this one sells out very quickly, and we didn't make plans for it, and we're also going to be, we already got too much Florida going on. We're going to be there in October, and then we're going to be there in December, so we can't go in November too.
What's in December?
I'm going with my dad.
Oh,
Going to go swim with manatees.
really? Aww. All
The
right.
drought.
Our girl Edith is in Paris right now. Don't be confused. She is not on the parks around the world. They're in California. They're on their way to Japan. She's in Paris. And she has reviewed and previewed together a Pixar musical adventure at Disneyland Paris. That is what it is called.
Yeah, so she got to see this during a special event they had it for Inside Ears members, as well as I think some other invited guests. I believe she was actually one of the other invited guests. So she kind of goes through, she wasn't allowed to take many photos or videos, obviously, but she talks about what the show is about, the setup for it, and then kind of does a little review. So there are some minor spoilers if you are seeing it. And if you're going to Paris and are seeing this soon, maybe you don't want to read the whole thing, but she has that section labeled. But yeah, she sounds like she enjoyed it.
I want to do our thing. I want to do our review thing.
Sure.
All right, so I already read you the headline. Now I'm going to read you her review. If you want to be 100% unspoiled, because I know all y'all on your way to Paris, tune out for 30 seconds. Together, a Pixar musical adventure is truly unlike any other show presented by Disneyland Paris. The illusions created by mixing digital moving screens, physical sets, and practical effects are incredibly well done. As with many stage shows at Disneyland, we should have had her read this and record it with her cool down-under accent. As with many stage shows at Disneyland Paris, it features a lot of spoken dialogue, which is primarily in French, with certain scenes including English and Spanish. Overall, it's a lighthearted, fun adventure that will put a smile on every guest's face. The music, physical effects, jokes, and characters will have audiences clapping and singing along for a long time, and definitely calls for multiple visits. It's a must-see for guests visiting Disneyland Paris Resort, and with no closing date set, and likely not one for a long time, it should be a priority on any upcoming itineraries. There you go. I think she likes it.
I think so. You mentioned her accent. One of the conflicts I have every time is I'm like, should I Americanize her spelling? And then I do, and I feel bad about it.
Don't do it. It's Edith. It's okay. It's personality.
And she's previously told me to do it with other people, so I figured I should do it with her. So I wanted to let you know, Edith, if you're watching, I feel bad about it. I like your spellings better, honestly. But
I know Benji's not watching right now.
except for the disrespect for the letter Z.
He is on his way to Alaska. So, yes, Benji's the CEO. I'm the founder. Don't change the spelling.
Okay, I'll add the U's and S's back.
All right, and speaking of Edith, she's still in Paris. It's Bastille Day. And she is reporting from there on the Twitter, so I invite you to check out her Twitter thread. This is what.
Do you know why it's not on Threads?
Because it's EU. EU, they don't have Threads, which, as much as I think Threads has a chance, that needs to be fixed. It can't be non-European. That can't happen. Anyway, she's there for Bastille Day. It's a nice picture of Disneyland Hotel. And then this is a really cool plush that's new, she says. It's Disney Store Paris on the bottom. Really cute. Only 30 euros. I have no idea what that means in real numbers.
Probably add 10% to it, so $33.
$33. And what better way to celebrate Paris on Bastille Day than going to Remy's Ratatouille adventure?
This still feels special to me, or I'm like, oh yeah, cool, like that's very French exclusive ride. I'm like, oh, it's not exclusive anymore. In fact, it's not even different because they just kept the French in the American version. So
Which just blows my mind. Blows my mind, I guess. So hopefully she'll have some more tweets and more social come out of there. I think I'm going to suggest that we adapt some of that to our Instagram.
Hopefully we'll have some video from the even further updated Bastille Day fireworks with new drone choreography is promised.
So exciting.
I was there I guess it was last year, Becca and I went, and we sat for the fireworks. Like, we were like right on the line where of people, like we were just in the hub, and the people behind us all stood, but we all sat down the entire time. I was like, this is weird. Like, obviously we sat to like hold our spot because we were there for a couple hours, but then whatever. Everyone mutually agreed to sit through the fireworks.
What time is it there right now? Do you know?
Let me check my handy dandy world clock.
You don't have that just like over your head, Disney around the world at the time at all times?
If I were smart, it is 6:27. The fireworks probably won't be for another like 3 hours.
All right, so Edith, get some more tweets up there. We want to know what you're doing.
She doesn't actually work for us,
Technically, she may not get paid, but she's working. She's working. Disney Cruise Line, the best part of Disney this side of an around the world adventure. Wouldn't it have been cool if they ended that adventure with a cruise? But it would have felt so. It would have felt so. Even if they did like the Walt Disney Suite, or it would have felt so commoner.
No, they should have done a transatlantic. They should have gone from Paris to England and then just take a boat across.
I am a little surprised they didn't include Alani on it somehow.
Yeah, that stood out to me as well.
In Vero Beach, no, just kidding. So,
Hilton Head.
Disney Cruise Line has created. They're getting us hyped for the Disney Treasure, which is coming just next year. I can't believe it's only next year. So excited! So they've created a web page that is a ship's log progress report, and basically it's just their major postings from as they chronicle the creation of the ship. But for people like me who just get so excited over Disney cruises, yes, I am happy they've created this. So we can watch this ship come together, launching next year. Maybe they'll end it with a surprise Star Cruiser visit. That would be neat, actually, wouldn't it? And speaking of Disney Cruise Line, Magic Band Plus is now a part of the cruises. They launched. Excuse me? What did I get wrong?
Disney Band Plus.
Wait, it's not Magic Band?
It's called Disney Band Plus.
Are you serious? The ships.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Why must they complicate everything?
We wondered the same thing. Like, it's interchangeable. Like, you can use them, but for whatever, I don't know. Maybe because people thought that maybe you can only use the Magic Band on the Magic. So I got my Fantasy Band Plus. No, it's not Fantasy.
Oh my goodness. And they are Magic Band Pluses, as you said. You can actually use a Magic Band Plus on the cruise line.
They're going to have like cruise exclusive designs and stuff, but yeah, you can use them.
Rich, always on top of things. Rich from MEI Travel, our sponsor, not for this show, but LP's official travel partner. If you are booking a cruise or any other Disney destination, including next year's Adventure by Disney Around the World adventure, please use MEI Travel, mousefantravel.com, and ask for Rich, because we like him, because he watches our show every day.
So now that it's been brought to your attention, is this Disney Band, Magic Band issue, does that top the fact that we don't actually have a real name for individual Lightning Lane, and if they made the lane itself the same name as the product that is a part of Genie?
That's where they did need to rename it. Here they could have left this the same. This is so ridiculous. But I do like the looks of them, and I'm glad that you can finally use a Magic Band Plus, whatever they want to call it, on the ship. The Wish for a while now. The Fantasy is going to launch this on, I wrote it down, July 29th sailing. I've been on the Disney Fantasy, and I wish I could have tapped. That would have been nice. I'm one of those people that wears a lanyard with the card, but I would happily wear a band instead for the duration of the cruise to pay for everything and access my room and all that fun stuff. and these look really cool. The one on the far left with just the classic logo. I'm going to go one in the middle. Those really work for me. And I don't care what they say. I'm going to call them Magic Band Plus. Jeremiah says, will they actually do anything other than light up? First of all, hi, Jeremiah. Nice to see you here. This may be a first. They are used for everything the key card is, aren't they?
I think they're going to have access to your stateroom and things like that.
Yeah, and the purchasing.
I'm sure Rich Austri knows more than me. I've never even been on a cruise.
It's rated from boarding the ship on embarkation day and accessing your stateroom to charging specialty food and merchandise to the payment card in your stateroom. So yes, it basically replaces the Key to the World card, and you just wear it on your wrist. Are Magic Band Pluses Are Disney Band Pluses waterproof?
To a certain degree, yeah.
Yeah, so you can wear them in the pool. You don't ever have to take it off, which is nice. Thank you, Rich Austri. Thank you very much. And yes, Alexander Lee, that was the Disneyland Hotel that you saw earlier at Disneyland Paris. Absolutely. All right, looks like I want to go back here. Rebecca Mosley, a.k.a. my
no
wife,
relation,
was not next to me when I woke up this morning. And I was very confused, but then I remembered she is at Disneyland right now. So she is tweeting from there this morning. Nice, just some beauty shots of the park as she strolls the park before she goes in a little bit later today. Disney. This fountain, I'm glad she took this fountain, has been there since day one of the Disneyland Resort expansion, more than 20 years ago. So much has changed, but not this fountain. So follow along with our Twitter all day as she will be tweeting whatever she is up to. Looking forward to seeing that. We already talked about the Haunted Mansion premiere. We also should mention that thankfully this was probably created before the strike. And if you go see the Haunted Mansion at Cinemark, you can get this cool Madame Leota popcorn bucket.
I also added a tweet if you want a little bit better look at it, but it's $20 without the popcorn, or you can get a side of a small popcorn. I believe it was $22.50.
It looks like in this case, because it's at a movie theater, you actually will eat the popcorn out of the popcorn bucket.
Well, it does say a side of, so I guess you could put it in there, but you don't have to.
You don't have to, so never mind. The trend continues. Popcorn buckets are not actually for eating popcorn. It's like your fine china. You show it, and then you put it away. And then Haunted Mansion food. Does it come with it? No, it does not, but perhaps that will come when you go see a different movie. Not a Disney movie.
Why do they have a popcorn bucket for TMNT? It should be like a pizza.
A pizza bucket. Fun fact, I have never seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in any form whatsoever.
Well, I should go get my provided by Rose. Actually, no, wait, I didn't pay for that one either. I should go get my Ninja Turtles Roosevelts. It's made to look like bed sheets that I had as a kid.
Okay. Nope, didn't pay for that one either.
I tried to. Was all I can say.
Have you purchased the Roosevelts?
Yes, we purchased several. We have some flannels from them. I actually just purchased one. They were doing a fundraiser for this little girl, and it was inspired by one of her cosplays. So it's kind of like got allusions to A League of Their Own. So that looks really fun. So I just reserved that one.
I feel that's like the ultimate endorsement when you get stuff from them for free, and yet you still go and purchase other stuff because you just love it so much. So yes, we do get a lot of Roosevelt's product here, but when we say that we love it, we are sincere.
I also have a t-shirt from them that's super soft and nice, and a beanie. 2 beanies,
Oh.
in fact.
2 beanies. I was gonna make a joke, but I didn't. Jeremiah has also purchased stuff from Roosevelt's, and goodness, his closet overfloweth with Roosevelt complimentary stuff, but he will still purchase more. Before we get to our other Haunted Mansion item, it looked like Rebecca just made a fun tweet from the Disneyland Resort that I will check out real quick. She headed into Sunglass Hut and sees that they have Little Mermaid, well, you can't see it, Little Mermaid Ray-Bans available only at Sunglass Hut. Who knew? They look kind of cool. You like your glasses, Kyle. Might you buy these?
Probably not. I don't know how much they are, but
They're Ray-Bans, so they're like $20-$30?
sure. Yeah. With inflation, maybe 35.
Haunted Mansion food debuts today at the Disneyland Resort. It's creepy.
That's pretty cool looking.
What am I?
I don't know, but I think it looks cool.
Is this just a like? Is that? I don't think that's an actual item because it has a lit candle on it. So, but it's a very cool
You
picture.
never had a birthday cake, Doobie?
Actually, no. I had a very rough upbringing, Kyle. But if you want to get personal, we can go there. Just kidding. I had the easiest upbringing in the world. My life is charmed. So some really fun-looking foods. I don't even care what they are. I'm just going to show you these fun-looking foods. You can go check them out and the foodie guide if you'd like to. It looks like a churro.
You nailed that one.
Looks like
Seems
bread.
to be some sort of churro.
Looks like bread to me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
This looks like Madame Leota hovering over water. This looks like some sort of a liquid thing. And if you want to find out yourself more details on what all these are, it's in the chat for you right now. Fun foods. I'm a big fan of fun foods. All right, we did DCL. We got Rebecca. We got Mansion. Jeremiah. Hey, Jeremiah, you're out there. You get to see that I'm actually going to let people know about one of your articles. So I'm so glad you're here to see that. Jeremiah had the opportunity to interview not one, not two, no, actually it was two people for the Her Universe fashion show coming to San Diego Comic-Con. This won't be postponed. So the hosts are going to be Ashley Eckstein, of course, the creator of Her Universe, and Michael James Scott, who is Genie on Broadway right now, and my close personal friend, in the sense that I got to meet him at Essence Fest.
Is he from Orlando, or?
He is. Oh no, I'm confusing this with. I believe he's from Orlando. Yeah, I saw him do an interview. He's from Orlando, as I recall. In fact, if you actually watch Jeremiah's interview, this is an interview with Ashley Eckstein, and then he did an interview with Michael James Scott. Michael James Scott talks about how he actually went to school with Ashley Eckstein in Orlando and knew her back then, and is happy to be reacquainted with her now.
Nice.
But I haven't watched hers, but I did watch his, and fun interview. Good job, Jeremiah. Invite you to go check that out on our YouTube or read the actual article, which embeds those YouTubes. That's all I got, Kyle, except for our standard stuff. Let's take a quick look at the socials before we go there. You're welcome,
Sounds
Jeremiah. Good job. Seriously, good job with the interview. I thought you did great. The one that I saw. I did not see the Ashley Eckstein one yet, who I still would like to meet. You know, I know you're good pals with her. I've said hi before. I want a proper introduction. I want to say I know Ashley Eckstein. I'm just not there yet.
Doobie.
Yes.
We have.
Oh.
Private chatted to you.
True breaking
We
news
have a
here.
brand new poster for the upcoming Disney Plus original series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's right, folks. The books you love, the movies you don't. Now it's a series coming to Disney Plus for a limited time.
It's still available. This is so bad. This is so bad. Oh, our Slack this morning on this was hilarious and depressing. How many nominations did
Mysterious.
Benedict? Yeah, Mysterious. Like the Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mysterious Benedict Cumberbatch. You can't say penguin. That's mysterious. Yeah, I don't remember several though.
It got a ton of nominations, which I'm sure makes people so excited. Oh wow, this must be good. I'm gonna go check it out. No, you're not. It's gone. It's gone. So painful. That's why. Ask Bob Iger about that. We realize the financial reasons, but ask him about the fact that these things are gone. All right, I'm bitter.
Doobie, I have more breaking news. You don't have to hit the button for this one though.
Okay.
I'm rate limited and can't look any more tweets.
I have yet to see that message, and I'm under the LP account right now too. That's great.
Well, I'm using TweetDeck, so that's probably why. But
so am I.
I don't know. I just got. At least I'm still seeing my my different things, because otherwise, sometimes they just completely disappear. But yeah, I can still go to the thing. It's weird.
Yeah, irritating. Like
First
creator
world
being
problem.
gone that quick. That quick. It's like it fell into a big hole or something. All right, let's get to it. All right, Kyle, as you know, yesterday's show was cut short because for some reason I cannot get a solid internet connection from my living room to my studio. So we are going to redo yesterday's as well as today's.
Awesome. I'm excited about that.
Supersized edition. Okay. On this day, if today were yesterday.
Don't get Morgan and what's his face involved.
On this day, if this day were yesterday, a couple near and dear to all of us would have celebrated their wedding anniversary were they still alive.
Is it Walt and Lillian?
Don't look down. You can see the green room, right?
Now, yes, I can.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But that's okay. You knew that one. Everyone knew that one. Happy anniversary, Walt and Lillian. We miss you. On this day, if today were yesterday, a birthday was celebrated by one of the most iconic actors in the Disney universe that now includes him, whereas a couple of decades ago it did not. But now that the universe includes him...
What year was he born?
1942.
Okay. So like 80-something. Didn't used to be included. Now he is. So I'm guessing it's a Fox thing. Fox career.
Or that's not their only acquisition.
That's true. They have made several acquisitions. Star Wars.
That's a good one.
Oh, it was Harrison Ford.
It is Harrison Ford.
Who I found out his real son is named Ben as well.
That's creepy. Is it Ben Solo?
It's Ben Ford.
Okay, that makes more
Ben Ford, apparently, according to Twitter.
Happy birthday, Harrison Ford, yesterday. 1942. What does that make him? 81. 81. Still younger than my mom. I guess he will always be younger than my mom.
Oh, Jeremiah coming in with the technically to defend me.
Oh my goodness. Star Wars was Fox, so Kyle. But no. They bought Lucasfilm first, and that made it. Get out of here, Jeremiah.
Except for the fourth one. The first, which is the fourth. Never not confusing.
Is going into the penalty box for that one. Even worse, Tony. All right. On this day in 2001, a Disney Channel original movie premiered. I will read you the synopsis.
Okay.
About a chimpanzee who knows and uses American Sign Language to communicate. The film features Alex D. Linz. That's one person, sorry. The film features Alex D. Linz and Sheila Kelly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had never heard of this one either.
Which way but loose too.
It is called The Jenny Project. The Jenny Project. So any movie with a chimpanzee, you just call Every Which Way But Loose.
Bedtime for Bonzo. Dunstan checks in.
All right. You may recall, Kyle, in the early days of DCA, it did not get off to a boffo start. And so they tried various things to try to bring in the crowd. So on this day in 2002, barely 1 year after the park opened, they decided we're going to do something this summer. And they kicked it off on this day, if today were yesterday in 2002. What did they kick off?
Well, it wasn't the X Games one, right?
It was not the X Games.
The Rockin' the Bay.
Rockin' the Bay! Way to go, Kyle! Picture, courtesy of Yesterland, the Beach Boys kicked it off. Here they are.
Well, the Mike Love Beach Boys.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw every performer, not every performance, but every performer at Rockin' the Bay back in the day. Good job, Kyle. So that was yesterday's This Day in Disney History. Now it's time for today's. On this day in 1996, someone was born. I'm going to give you some hints.
Wow, 1996. Okay.
1966.
Wow, okay. Big difference.
Sorry. I'm going to give you one hint. This better do it for you. The lead actor in the best television show of all time, which happened to air on ABC.
That happened to air on ABC, and he's the lead actor?
In the best TV show of all time.
So I got the show. I just need to think of who the lead of that is. It's not... what's his
also name? In World War Z, barely.
Yeah. Is his name Josh? Is that the right one?
No. Was that his character in Party of Five?
No, he's on Party of Five.
Wasn't he on Party of Five?
I don't know who you're talking about, so I don't know.
Oh my goodness, you don't know Matthew Fox?
Matthew Fox. Okay. He's the lead.
Fox.
Which one's he, Jack?
Yes.
Okay. I've never
There's no
seen
way
that. I've
around
seen
it.
one episode of the show, so there's
I
several.
thought you were a fan of the
thought
show.
John Locke was the.
It's an ensemble cast, but he is the star.
Okay, that's fair.
Evangeline Lilly, Sawyer, Locke. They're
I know
also
Jorge Garcia.
It's like 1 and 1A, but he is first build. He's the first
Hurley's
character
my
to see
dude.
everything, the leader
Protector
of
of
the
the
team.
island.
Hurley is the next tier down. Wow. All right, goodness, I'm so disappointed in you. On this day,
Who's the one
in
I was thinking of? Josh.
Oh, Josh Holloway. He plays Sawyer.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a 1A. He's a 1A.
Okay.
This much above. Jack is this much above a bunch of 1As.
Thing 1 and Thing A.
On this day, Jeremiah says the polar bear was the star. He was very important in season 1. But
The smoke monsters.
Nice avatar there, isn't it? On this day in 2010, a movie came out. It is live action. I'll give you a second before I give you the synopsis. It's a big enough one that you
Legacy.
might get it. It is not. All right, here's the synopsis. Balthazar Blake is
Okay,
a
it's
master
the
sorcerer.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Balthazar
Legacy
is
did come out in 2010, I'm pretty sure, so it wasn't that far off. It probably came out around like November or Christmas though.
Balthazar is really that big a hint for you.
Because I've seen the movie, yeah. When it's a movie I've actually seen, then yes, I can pick up on these things. It's a fun movie. It's not great. It's fun.
I liked it. I definitely gave it a thumbs up, for sure. And you are correct. Tron Legacy came out that same year. Right, our last one. Hey, Tim O'Day. Chiming in. The marching brooms were the best thing in it. Hi, Tim. Nice to see you.
It's brooms in the original. I think it's mops in that movie.
Do you remember the time we had that debate?
Yes. But I do actually think it's mops in this movie, and I think it's...
Are you serious?
Yeah, because there's like water and stuff coming in.
Tim O'Day, we have often debated if brooms or mops in The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
We haven't often. It happened one time. It's brooms in the original, but I do think it's mops in this one. I haven't seen it in a minute. That's on your list. And, but yeah. I'm sorry.
What's your opinion,
You
Jeremiah?
yourself all the time. I'm allowed like a couple.
Have you been to Hong Kong Disneyland, Kyle?
I have.
Then you're going to get this one. On this day in 2012, an attraction opened there.
Is that one? Is it Mystic Manor? Or is it no? Is it the? So then it's the coaster, the one with the long name that I can't remember.
I believe that long name is Big Grizzly Mountain Runaway Mine Cars.
Yes. Doobie, I believe there might be one more this day in Disney history. On this day, apparently, I didn't confirm this, but according to the Twitter I saw, on this day in 2022, something happened.
So I think I'm an idiot. When you say on 2022, I looked down at the time on my computer to see what year it is now. So I know how long ago it was.
Maybe something that would excite you, even though it happening today instead of a month ago screwed you over.
The Disney Wish launched. It did?
That's what I saw on Twitter. I don't know.
My This Day in Disney History, our source, thisdaydisney.com, often doesn't have stuff from the past couple of years. So that's a great one. And I got it, sort of. Oh, 1 year old. I love that ship. My favorite ship, which I did not expect. Other tubers are having the Mop Room Debate. Did they start it before or after us? Because I really feel like we created this debate. Most crypto. Sorry. We're one of those shows that it helps to kind of watch regularly and become an insider on, which is not the best way to create an audience, as you can see.
Are we going to start mopperbroom.com?
Wait a minute.
Popcornorchurro.com?
I love that idea. I'm seeing multiple reports that the Walt Disney World is empty today. Just throwing that out there.
Not from Wall Street Journal, is it?
No.
We didn't talk about that aspect of the Bob Iger interview. Yeah, he took aim at. He's like, well, the thing was looking at 4th of July, and it was 100 degrees, and they didn't mention that it was 100 degrees. Like, okay, but no, he did make some decent points. Like, yeah, if you're comparing it to 2022, yes, it's down, but it's not like empty.
All right, I don't have numbers to back me up, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But anecdotally, it feels like it's not as busy as it normally is in the summer. Maybe it's the heat. It's rarely hot in Florida. Maybe that's scaring people away.
No, I think he was just saying it's down. Yeah, but
that's all we got today. We're not close enough to 10 to keep this going. So, a real quick refresh of the Twitter since Kyle can't. Refresh of our website to see if anything's been posted. Deadpool 3 paused.
shocking, right? Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, knowing even anything, I'm like, we don't need to write about that. That's the most obvious thing. And then the other part of me goes, no, you have to write about it.
The other part of
it's
you
quite obvious that everything is going to be paused.
Yes, and we write about everyone that puts out a press release.
I don't think these are press releases. I think
we also should put out a list of everything that's paused.
Really, if think about it, Deadline, Variety, and Hollywood Reporter, what do they write the most of? Probably casting news, right? Well, nobody's getting casted right now. So they have to find something. So like, oh, we have this production shut down, and oh, this one did too. Just going to be a list of things that were in production.
Where do we make our money from? Episode recaps. So now we're going to be talking about this production is shut down and this one too.
Well, we're going to definitely have to make that bold claims podcast about claim to fame.
Oh, how did we forget? We're going to get to claim to fame in a moment. Jeremiah Good says the low wait times for most attractions at the parks. Disney's Hollywood Studios is about normal. Good to know. But
it's okay, Rigby.
So it's about normal, but with Rise and Aerosmith down, which means 2 major attractions, it's actually pretty low. Claim to fame. We're going to talk about claim to fame right now. We're going to spoil last Monday's episode. So if you're a big claim to fame fan and want to keep yourself pure, see ya. We'll be back on Monday. Otherwise, Kyle.
Yeah.
So on this week's episode of Claim to Fame, the person I nailed from as soon as that guy got on there, I looked at his face and I go, he's related to Donny Osmond. And then I had to be nervous because he was called out by whatever the low person is that has to call someone out and name him. He was called out, brought up on stage, and the person said, "I know who you are. You're related to Elvis Presley."
Just a huge whip. Like, looking at the clue, like, you could see how she got to there, but just way overthinking it. And I thought that the girl who was who had a guess for the girl who got kicked off, that I thought she was like really stretching things, and I don't know if she was like just reading things that weren't there, but she ended up being right, even though she didn't have to guess. So yeah, lots of twists and turns in this episode, and that one.
And who was she? So the one that got kicked off, which the previous episode was played as the one that's like the smartest one on the island, and it's going to
she's the best actor, playing all sorts of sides and stuff. She was the mama bear. Yeah, she's Dolly Parton's niece,
which we think we may have seen before, because when you go to Dollywood, they have a family show with a lot of performers from her family in there, and so we're wondering if we've actually seen her perform there before.
We wondered that too. We wondered if we saw her parent perform, because we have also seen that show. In fact, we were there on a day when Dolly was there. We missed. She was at the performance before the one we went to, but we did get to see they do like a little cavalcade through the parks. We got to see Dolly do that.
Dollywood, best non-Disney, non-Universal theme park in the country. So that's what's going on to Claim to Fame. Now, this week's clues, which we don't have a picture of, unfortunately, but
I was able to figure out the last 2 wine bottle clues. This one was a little bit more difficult, but I am thinking it puts it somewhere in like the world of NASCAR or other racing.
And the last wine bottle clue was for the person who was called up and incorrectly called Elvis Presley. And based on that wine bottle clue, we're even more sure now that it is Donny Osmond. So Jeremiah says, did you see the breaking news for Universal Studios Hollywood? What is that? Have we talked about Fast and the Furious? We haven't.
No, we haven't, because
we haven't posted it either. It was announced, right?
We posted it, I'm pretty sure.
We did? I don't know. Okay, then my fault we haven't talked about it. But they did announce the Fast and the Furious coaster coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. I don't know if that's the breaking news Jeremiah is talking about. That one is real. It's in the LA Times. Jeremiah says, no, that isn't it. This one's real. It's in the LA Times, so that's real. But what are you referring to, Jeremiah? Let us know. I will await you letting me know. In the meantime, it is almost 10, so I guess we will be sticking around for the top of the hour news dump.
We
in
made
just
it.
a moment.
Against all odds.
I knew
Oh,
we
starting
would.
tomorrow, there's going to be a Toad meet and greet at Universal, the Nintendo Land.
Oh, I'm thinking like Mr. Toad.
That'd be fun.
Oh, there it is. Starting tomorrow. A Toad meet and greet coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. That is the one. I want to know why you say the Fast and Furious coaster isn't it.
I think he
LA
doesn't. I mean, it's not real news.
Oh, okay. That I can accept. So a Toad meet and greet is coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. Woo woo. What's the one character that you've never, that as far as you know, there's not been a walk around for that you would really, really like the chance to meet?
Like a Disney character or?
Oh, I don't care.
Just any character?
Any character. Like a Morrissey walk around.
He's not a character. Or maybe he is. That's a really good question that I don't have a good answer for. Yeah, what movies do I like? Do I like anything? Having an existential crisis now. I guess probably something in Rigby. It's okay, girl. I'm right here. You can come hang out with me. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have an answer?
I was gonna say Black Widow, but she actually has been there, so
Yeah, we just haven't been there.
but I haven't met her. No, I probably should have thought of that when I asked the question. I'm mostly just trying to kill time for the next 3 minutes.
That's fine. That's the thing.
Doing it poorly. What else is on your mind?
I'm hoping that when you meet Toad, he gives you like a star, like a sticker or something. Because when you play Mario Odyssey, you get moons. I guess those are an Odyssey for finding Toad. So I think that'd be fun.
My son was lamenting the fact that he has still not been to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Has he been playing more Mario games?
Oh my goodness, he plays Mario Kart a lot. In fact, he had me. He did some really cool stuff. So he asked if I could buy him downloadable content for. I guess there's 4 sets of 8 tracks released. So I bought that for him a little while ago, and the latest set came out. I think it was 6:00 Wednesday. So 6:30 comes out of his room holding the Switch. I played them all, Dad. But,
Gotta play them all.
He gets a big kick out of Mario Kart playing on the Switch, this oldest game in the world, which makes me very happy.
I've been getting back into Ring Fit Adventure on my Switch, so that's where I am in life.
Thank you, Gio. I'm not the only one thinking Mr. Toad. So if you are on Twitter, you should right at 10 o'clock refresh your Twitter if you follow all the official Disney stuff, because it's funny how right at 10 o'clock they all drop. Like, I would think at some point you would switch it to 9:58 or 10:02 just so you wouldn't get lost in the clutter. But nope, it's always right at 10 o'clock.
You're asking too much of these social media managers. Although they're probably the same person. At least
that's true. That's probably why it is. Let's see. What was Mike at yesterday? Some dancing thing? Do you know what that was?
Yeah, he went to a thing at the Roosevelt, right? The hotel.
Yeah, it's called Dancing to Disney.
I think they were just dancing to some Disney.
I hope Mike got some video of himself cutting some rugs. And then Rebecca, at the same time, was out at a Anaheim event where they are promoting their fall festival and Halloween parade, something they've been doing in Anaheim for a long time.
They're 100 too? They're 100 as well?
You can't read 100, Kyle? Yes, they are. The 100th parade, at least. It's been going on for a long time. I hadn't even heard of this event, but she was there getting some info on it. She'll write a story on it.
Wonder if that's the one from the Hojo Anaheim.
Station Mopton was there. So, Halloween parade and fall festival coming up, and she'll write more about that soon. But she was down there for that. It is now 10 o'clock. We got anything, Kyle, or you can't check? You have used up your allotted tweets.
I can try to check. Let's see. Tweet check. How you doing? Nope. Okay, let me try my regular. Refresh. Oh, I'm seeing things. Exciting. Nothing exciting.
Yes, that's the same girl from the Hojo. Thank you, Luke. Did not know that. We got the cast reacting to episode 4 of Secret Invasion.
Hi, I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm almost done with episode 3. I have like the very end left. It's like a really tense.
This will probably include spoilers then, so don't watch.
But it's a very tense part at the end of episode 3, but I couldn't stay awake anymore. There's like 10 minutes left, so right after this, got to finish it.
Okay.
All right, that's it, guys. It's Friday, so happy Saturday, one and all. Happy Sunday, one and all. We'll be back Monday morning to do this again, and then I am off on vacation. Hopefully, this will continue without me. But whether it does or doesn't, I will miss you all. Look forward to... What? I don't have to say goodbye yet. I'm back on Monday, so never mind. This isn't bye yet. See you on Monday. What do we got coming on later today, Kyle?
I believe there's a Who's the Boss?
You are correct. There is a Who's the Boss later today. And on tomorrow, we've got Disney Trivia Live. Monday is Disneyland's birthday. There is a good chance we are going to do a special edition of Disney Trivia Live on Disneyland's birthday, since we will not be around on Tuesday, but we do want to celebrate the birthday with y'all. But stay tuned for a final decision on that. Thanks for joining us. Happy Saturday. Au revoir.